Trump has just been indicted by a grand jury. He's expecting to appear in court Tuesday, and there are already people calling for the full confiscation of all the firearms in America. How's that going to go over? What do you think? Russia, China, move aside. We got more important things to address right here at home. Are we on the verge of Civil War 2.0? That's an awful thing to contemplate, but holy smoke, guys, what is coming at us? What is going down? Well, I'm about to show you. But guys, you know, think about this. We've never had ever in the history of America a former or sitting president arrested, charged, indicted. We have a person who's actually an active front runner in a political party now to be charged, to be arrested. These things have never happened in our history. Some people say this makes us look like a banana republic. That's what some people think, but it may lead us into civil war. This is an incredibly divisive step to take at this time, in particular as the campaign season is ramping up. Now, it may be, as some have insinuated, that maybe this is all just to give CNN more press time because they really want Trump to be the president, but I kind of don't think they want him in there. But, you know, hey, it would sell them a lot more advertising space. Guys, it would give them some stories to cover, but I think this is far more serious, far graver, especially when you consider the dimension of what they're asking for in confiscation of our nugs. And guys, this is a scary thing to consider because they're really calling for this stuff. They've always said, oh, no, we won't ask for this. Oh, no, it's not about this. All we want is to take those. Yeah, right. We've seen through it. We've called it out. And now they're saying, let's do like New Zealand. Let's do like Australia and England. Let's take it all. Canada. You know, when they started there, they said the same thing. Oh, no, we're not going to take this. We're not going to take this. It's just about those. Oh, yeah, that's what they always say. It's what they always say, right? But that is not what they intend. So, guys, now they're telling us. They're coming right out and telling us what they want to do. You think the American people are going to settle for this? Oh, yeah, the people in Australia, the people in Canada, the people in Great. Oh, okay. Well, you don't want me to have them. Okay, take them. Is that going to happen here? I don't think so. All right, my friends, let's get it. You tell me. I got a survey going in my community page on Green Gables. You tell me what you think. Are you willing to give up your pet nugs just because Uncle Joe says so? Are you going to do it? Hmm. I'm not calling for no kind of resistance. I'm not calling for disobedience. I'm not calling for anything. I'm just reporting. I'm telling you what I think. And I think it'll go over about like a lead balloon. All right, guys. No, worse. We are on the precipice of a civil war as we face World War III and an economic catastrophe here at home. Of course, that's what they want. And like I said, they got to break this country to get what they want. You know, the House of Klaus has got plans and they're trying to turn us upside down. But guys, we got to defend our freedoms no matter what. All right, whatever that means. All right, so I'm going to share some stuff here. I'm going to show you the background. Guys, listen, guys, the indictment is sealed. We won't know till probably Tuesday what's in it, what the actual charges are, but it's said there's 30 charges related to business items, theoretically, according to one inside informant, allegedly. All right, let's look at some of this stuff. We are going to go to share screen, and we're going to make this video quick. I got some other things to do. I'll come back on later, probably live. All right. Here we are, guys. This is from USA Today. What is the indictment? Will Trump go to jail? What we know. Well, basically, they don't know jack diddle. I mean, that's they're saying it won't be a perp walk. You know, who knows? There's no reason to cuff him and walk him to the police headquarters to be booked, Kirshner says, really. There will be a mugshot, fingerprints, and lots of paperwork to be filed. Wow. Well, that's going to go real big, right? I can see the country going apes over this. So, yeah, unspecified criminal charges, according to this other USA Today article. And, you know, they talk about what the allegations were. But we're talking this evening. We had contracted Mr. Trump's attorney to coordinate his surrender. according to Alvin Bragg, the district attorney. So we're going to come over here. Common News Network. Oh, they're loving this, but they actually put a quote from Trump in this article here, which says, "I believe the witch hunt will backfire massively on Joe Biden." That's what he said. And I'm just quoting him. "The American people realize exactly what the radical left Democrats are doing here. Everyone can see it. So our movement and our party, united and strong, will defeat Alvin Bragg," who I just quoted a minute ago, "and will defeat Joe Biden. And they are going to throw every last one of these crooked Democrats out of office so we can make America great again." There you go. There's Trump. All right. So I quoted Alvin Bragg and I quoted Trump. Now I'm going to quote Biden in a minute, guys, and just to show the utter ridiculousness of it. So it's not just that Trump matters. Yeah, Trump matters, but there's also this matter of bang control. I mean, all this is coming together at one time. What did Tucker Carlson said? He went straight to talking about Civil War. And guys, let me come down here. So this is what Carlson was talking about. He says, hey, he's talking about the 400 million firearms that's in the country and the billions of rounds of ammo, which are in about half of the United States households. He says those are the real numbers, but there's hardly any argument for gun control. This is according to Carlson. So he says, further, ask yourself, what would it require to confiscate all those, I'm quoting Carlson here, all those guns and all the ammunition and turn the United States into a disarmed nation like Turkmenistan or North Korea? And he went on to say, well, it would take a police state and it would end in a civil war. No sane person wants either one of those things, but thankfully we don't need them. Again, now I agree with that. No sane person. Let's repeat that. No sane person wants either one of those things. A civil war, I've often on this channel said, is the worst thing you can imagine. There's nothing glorious about it. It would be the most awful thing to happen. The last one was catastrophically bad in this country, and one today would be far worse. It would be awful. You better be getting ready. You better be prepping, guys. All right, but hey, just to back it up, even though he's sent here, Randy Weingartner calls for gun confiscation. We must have the courage to do what Australia and New Zealand did. Australia and New Zealand. All right, guys, there we are. They're really calling for that. I kid you not. So, that brings back, to mind, they take them all, huh? Well, what did Joe Biden say? Joe Biden had came in here and he opined. He says, well, those brave right-wing Americans, for who support gun rights, he says, those right-wing individuals will need an F-15 aircraft. Well, hey, Joe Biden, those are Afghanis that took all your toys away from you. They didn't have any F-15 aircraft. All they had was some old AKs. They came out of the desert wearing rags and took everything you had. They took all your expensive toys. They took your F-15s. They took everything you left there. All kind of helicopters, maybe not F-15s, but helicopters, night vision goggles, ammo at the wazoo, vehicles. Yeah, billions of dollars worth of high-tech equipment. Thank you, Joe. You seem to like to arm everybody except the law-abiding Americans. Yeah, and you turn the criminals loose on the hoose. And then you take away the police, who we might call to give us some reprieve from the criminals that you turn loose. And yet you want to take our ability to defend ourselves. Now, where's the sanity in that? And while the school shootings were awful, they were horrible. I'm telling you, there's some social issues that we got to deal with in this nation. It's got to do with our societal right. I mentioned that many times. We in each case we find people that were sick, people that had issues, and people were under doctor's cares and probably given psychotropic drugs involved in these things. But the drugs, you don't like to talk about what's coming across the southern border, the fentanyl, and how it's taken out many times more people, like 100 times more than this thing you're chomping on here. We got to, whereas you might let, 1,000, 1,400 dying from this stuff that you're chomping about. There's 107,000 Americans died last year due to fentanyl, which is, coming from China through the drug cartels into our southern border that you've thrown wide open and filling our nation up and taking out people, and it includes kids. and it's destroying families. It's literally destroying this nation. The other thing makes it good for TV and for you to chomp on and rally to, but this pales in comparison to the heinous things you're allowing to rot this country down from the inside. You're allowing this country to come apart, and yet you are going after your only viable candidate, opposition. Well, maybe the only one. Holy smoke, guys, this is where we're at today. This is what's happening. Well, let me show you something. Let's put things in perspective. This is from my Facebook site here. Just remember, when hits the fan, y'all going to need us country folks more than we need y'all. Country boy can survive. That's right. Let's see how my poll is going here. Let me do a refresh and see if anybody come to my community page and vote on this poll, guys. Come to my community page. Let's see. Let me do a refresh if anybody's voted yet. Just post it up before I started the video. Come on. Hope somebody's voted. Let's see what people think. Well, now, yo there, Mr. Weingartner. Have you seen this? Who's this guy? Who's this guy over here? Weingartner. He wants to take everything away. Yeah, Randy Weingartner. Randy Weingartner. He must have the courage to take them all. Well, looky here. I think you're going to be somewhat less than the most popular kid on the playground, Mr. Weingartner. You is going to be very unpopular. So there you are, guys. We got 71 votes so far. Now, I just posted this 22 minutes ago. Come here and vote on this. Let's see how y'all have to say about this. So, guys, the best thing I can say is keep your head on your shoulders. Don't go crazy. Don't panic, but prep. Get ready, because this whole country is liable to come unglued. We're looking at the prospects for all kind of political unrest at the very least. Political unrest is upon us. With the indictment of a former president who's a leading candidate for office, you think there's not going to be political unrest? Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody just sit on their hands and hum, whistle Dixie. I don't know what they're going to whistle. Yankee Doodle. I don't know. Whatever. Is that what's going to happen? I don't think so. But what's going to happen when they really come after the nose? Yeah, that ain't going to go well. You know, the Americans are not the New Zealanders. We're not the Australians. You know, where's Crocodile Dundee when you need them? All right, no knife. Guys, if you're not prepping, you better start fast. You know, I got links on my channels for seeds. You need to grow your own food. But here we are. You still got this $200 special on 3-month supply of food that lasts 25 years, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A deal that'll make you a winner. If you can't do that, do the 4-week supply. I mean, guys, I know you spend that in a week. This stuff is great because you can bug out with it easy, store it easy. That's the advantage of this kind of stuff. Let's stop the share. So that's the bottom line, guys. Get ready. Be prepared. That's what I'm calling for. I'm calling for you to be ready, to be prepared, because it's about to hit the busy, as NATO, Canadian Prepper, likes to say. He says the shizzy's going to hit the fizz. I'll quote him. I'll give him credit for that. He's got some catchy sayings. But guys, seriously, we are in serious kimchi. Tough times are coming. If you can't see that, yeah. I don't know what to say. But get ready. Prep and pray. That's my best advice. Prep and pray. Be ready for this to come. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and Greg out.